Welcome to the 10th video in the course. This one is single asset staking. Hope you guys got a lot of value out of the sending from wallet to wallet, exchange to wallet, exchange to exchange. If you have any questions on that, of course, on anything else, definitely reach out to me. That's what I'm here for. But this one, single asset staking, let's get right into it. So single asset staking is literally what it sounds like. You're simply taking one singular crypto asset that you hold and staking it to a protocol in return for yield. Validator staking falls under this single asset staking umbrella because you're staking one crypto asset in return for more crypto. But there is more than one method of single asset staking that doesn't involve being a part of the governance on a blockchain, which is validator staking, which you should be aware of if you watched and followed along in the video 2 videos ago. So the main purpose behind all of this staking, I'm not talking about governance staking, but the main purpose behind all of this staking, whether it is a single asset pool or a double asset pool, which we will dive into deeply later, that's the 2 asset pool we'll dive into much deeper later, or even 3 or 4 asset pools, which are pretty complicated and I don't recommend getting into them. Very risky, and just personally I've never done them, and I just don't think it's worth going through the impermanent loss that's applicable to that, which you don't have to know what impermanent loss is at this point. We'll get into that much more in depth when we get into 2 asset pools. So as of right now, you don't even have to worry about impermanent loss with the single asset. But the purpose behind all of this staking, no matter what kind of asset pool it is, whether it's 1, 2, 3, or 4, is to provide liquidity to a DeFi platform or network to maintain the liquidity of the many assets on that platform or network. So a simpler breakdown of that last statement is this liquidity provided or staked by you and the many other individuals on the platform acts as reserves for other individuals to trade into other assets. So an example of that would be trading Ethereum for Bitcoin. Your liquidity that you provide would act as a reserve so that someone could trade their Ethereum into Bitcoin. Another example would be borrowing against their assets. So putting up Ethereum as collateral to borrow your Bitcoin that you stake to that platform. Your staking allows them to do that, and of course any other protocol or service that is offered by that specific platform. So you're essentially a lender in these asset staking methods, and your funds are used for a wide variety of things. Every platform is different. Every platform offers, some offer the same, but some have special ones, like flarefinance, which we will actually be getting into in this video, which is actually one of my favorite platforms, probably my favorite right now because of the innovation that they're doing. But so a question you might have with that is, how am I earning from these pools I'm staking in? Whether it may have come to mind or not for you, it's important to know how these earnings are possible so that you are again making a financially educated decision. And the answer would be that from the many places you can earn from these pools, when I say that from many places, no matter the exchange, no matter the wallet, no matter the protocol, whatever it may be, the rewards that you are earning are a portion of the fees that are incurred when people trade from one asset to another. So an example of that I'll show you right after this slide. The rewards that you are earning are a portion of the fees that are incurred when people trade from one asset to another, and also interest on the funds that others are borrowing. So you're lending to these platforms. And remember, as we discussed, you are essentially a lender in these pools. So those are the 2 standard ways, like the most basic ways that these rewards are generated to liquidity providers such as yourself. The interest on what you're lending, and then also the fees that are incurred throughout the platform. So let me show you a super quick example. So here's the example I wanted to show you on a fee and how fees are incurred. So very basic. We're just going to go through swapping Ethereum to, let's say, DAI, stablecoin. So fees are incurred from many things, from swapping, from staking, from lending, from borrowing, all these different things. There's going to be fees incurred no matter what you're doing on a platform. But as you can see here at the bottom, look at the fees right now. $63 a fee is the fee for making this simple transaction. So me trading my Ethereum, that in this case, which is only $22, is not worth it if I'm going to be spending $63 just to make that transaction. So the only reason the transactions on this Ethereum network are so high right now is because the transactions per second on Ethereum are, look at this, it's going up like crazy, $79. Is because there's so many people trying to transact right now. Now the reason for that could be there's tons of different reasons it could be. But anyway, there are just thousands of and maybe even millions of people trying to transact on Ethereum right now, and that's why the fees are so high. Probably not that much, but so there's only 15 transactions per second that are allowed on Ethereum. So if there's 1,000 people trying to transact this very second, then the fees are going to be high because it's going to be essentially bottlenecking. So when you pour out a bottle of water, you're going to experience that bottlenecking thing. Just to kind of give you a visual of it, you're restricted to that smaller hole, and so the water's not going to come out as fast as you may like because it's only restricted to that small amount of, that small exiting capacity. Whereas in this, you could think of that as the 15 transactions per second. It's restricted to that small amount. And so that's just a kind of a brief breakdown on on Ethereum as a proof of work network. But just know that no matter what you're doing on any platform, network, protocol, there's going to be fees incurred, whether you're transacting from one asset to another, whether you're lending, whether you're borrowing, no matter what you're doing, there's always going to be a fee that is occurring. And those fees are distributed to the people that are providing liquidity on that chain, that network, that platform, that protocol, whatever it is. You as a staker, you as a liquidity provider are earning on that because you're the one that is ensuring that the network can actually function, and it needs liquidity to function, and you're part of that liquidity providing. So let's get into strategies next. I'm on my phone right now because of the methods and the strategies I want to show you. Most of them, well, crypto.com and flarefinance, you need to use mobile. But anyway, so you can utilize this method called single asset staking on pretty much every exchange, protocol, platform, and network out there. We will take a look at a couple of both exchanges and platforms. So as far as exchanges, we're going to look at crypto.com firstly. Okay, and here's my referral link. We'll each get $25 if you sign up through it. Very simple way for us both to earn some free cash, free crypto. But anyway, so crypto.com, there's a referral. I want to show you on that platform. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go to the home. So once you sign up, you'll probably be brought to this screen. Signing up is very simple, much more simpler than signing up for a wallet and writing down the seed phrase and all that. But you can enable two-factor authentication just to ensure security, which I recommend. But anyway, so you'll click on this button at the bottom, click on Earn. You'll be brought over to this tab where it'll show you all the various assets you can stake right now. It's quite a few. Okay, so if you hold any of these, and if you're holding for the long term, if I was holding any of these assets, and if I was holding for the long term, I would stake them, because you can hold and you'll realize the appreciation of that asset as well as earning some passive income on that asset at the same time. So Chronos, which is the native or governance token of crypto.com, you can stake for 6%. USD coin, which you can stake for 8%. And the reason I love that one is because USD coin is a stable coin. It's pegged to $1 and it's not going to fluctuate. So if you stake, let's say $1,000 to this platform, to this specific one, to USD coin at 8%, if you stake $1,000, it's not going to fluctuate past that $1,000. It's not going to go up and it's not going to go down. Whereas if you're staking to any of these other volatile assets like Ethereum, Bitcoin, or Chronos, you are going to experience that volatility. And so that $1,000 could quickly turn to $700, or it could go up to $1,500. You never know. But the perks of that USD coin is that you know that you're going to have that guaranteed 8%, or $80 per year in the case of staking $1,000. And kind of on that, I want to show you something, is the math on that. So let's say, and the rewards on that platform, crypto.com, are paid out weekly, just so you know. So $1,000 times that 8% is $80 a year, as we know. Okay, so if that's paid out weekly, let's divide by 52 weeks in the year. So we're essentially earning $1 $1.54 per year, or I mean per week. Okay, so we're going to claim that $1.54, and what you can do then is just simply restake that right back into that same pool, that same USD coin pool. Okay, so then we have, if you restaked it, $1,001.53 in the pool. Okay, now we're going to times that by the 8%. So now we're earning an additional 12 cents every year. We're going to divide that by 52. So now we're earning $1.54 and some change every week. So now this is the next week. So now the second week, now you're earning $1.54. You're going to take that $1.54 now, and you're going to put that right back into the pool, and you're going to restake it. And you're going to do this over and over and over again every single week, and you're going to compound your earnings very, very quickly. At the beginning, it might not seem like much, but it's going to compound very quickly. So that's one of the strategies I utilize. Very, very lucrative, very easy, especially if you're holding these coins long term. It doesn't really matter if they're going to fluctuate. Like for Kronos, I hold that, I like that coin, and it doesn't really matter for me if it fluctuates because I'm holding that long term, and I don't care if it goes up and it goes down, as long as I'm putting it to work while I'm holding it, and it's not just collecting dust. You know, I'm realizing the gains from its appreciation, and I'm still, you know, over the long term, and I'm still earning some passive income in the meantime. So it's a very good method. I like that a lot. Plus crypto.com backs your money. Like it's a, if you lose your money to a bug or anything that is the exchange's fault, they will compensate you. So that's perks of using exchanges. The second one I want to get into is Uphold. This one you can earn some pretty good earnings. So let's go back to the home. Okay, so here's the home. This is one of my accounts. Basically, you just sign up for it the same way. There is no referral, I don't think. Oh, there is a referral. I will leave the referral in the description. It looks like you and your friend will be credited $20 worth of Bitcoin to your wallets. So free money, once again. I'll leave that in the description. But here we go. So you're on the main screen here after you sign up. You click on the bottom right, the More tab. You go to Staking. Next. Rewards on this are also paid out weekly. So you can do the same thing. Kava, I've had that before. It's a DeFi platform where you can stake, lend, borrow, all that stuff. But then you have Polkadot. I like that coin. Cosmos, good coin. Ethereum, Solana. So if I was holding any of these coins, Cardano at 4%, if I was holding any of these coins, I would be staking them here long term. I don't have Kava. I don't have a lot of these. I do have Cardano, but nonetheless, if I was holding these long term, why not stake them here? Why not stake them anywhere that you can to earn some passive income? The reason I would maybe stake it on an exchange rather than some DeFi platform is the risk. You know, the risk is mitigated to a good extent on exchanges than it is on DeFi platforms, because with DeFi, it's in the name, decentralized finance. There is no middleman, there is no centralization. And so if you lose your money, you're out of luck. Some coffee quick. But anyway, so that is Uphold. And you can do the same thing. These are paid out weekly. If you staked that 20%, 19.5%, basically 20%, you're earning, let's go back to that example of $1,000. Okay, $1,000. Whoops. $1,000 times 19.5%. You're earning $195 a year. Okay, let's divide that by 52. So we're earning $3.75 a week, $3.75 a week here. Okay, now we're going to restake that right away. So we're going to have $1,003.75 now in the pool. So we're going to multiply that by the 19.5%. And so now we are earning $3.76 a week. So we're earning an extra cent and a half a week now. Might not seem like much, but it's going to quickly compound, because you're going to take that $3.76 now that you earned that second week, and you're going to add that to, $3.76. Now you have $1,007.51 in the pool. So you're going to multiply that by the 19.5. Okay, and it's going to just be quickly compounding. You know, in the beginning, in the first, few days, weeks, maybe in a month, it's going to seem slow. But I mean, if you've ever taken that, like doubling a penny every day for a month, if you are aware of that example, it compounds very, very fast. Okay, and especially with these other platforms I'm going to show you, like Osmosis, where you can claim every single day I mean, I'm earning quite a bit on osmosis because of that very reason, with a very small amount of money. It blows my mind still, but that's just the perks of being early in this sector of finance, decentralized finance. It's the perks, and just like CDs, they used to be very popular and used to be able to earn upwards of 10%, even some 20%. But that is just not available today. You're lucky to get 1% on a CD, certificate of deposit. And that's just because it's just not there anymore. Over popular, and just everybody got into it is my presumption. But you'll see the same thing. And I've already seen on crypto.com, the rewards used to be like 20%, 30% on those coins, but as popularity grew, the rewards went down. So something I want you to be aware of, and just take advantage of. I would take advantage of it. Not financial advice. I keep having to correct myself and how I'm stating things. But yeah, so those are the two exchanges I wanted to show you. There are many out there, and you can do it on pretty much any of these exchanges. But secondly, I want to get into platforms. So Flarefinance is the first one I want to show you. Flarefinance is my favorite. They're one of a kind. They're doing amazing things. That's a platform I really recommend you start studying if you're interested in this space and you want to start somewhere, and if you want to get a leg up on people. Flarefinance is it. Flarefinance is it. My YouTube channel started around that. Flarefinance, Flare Network as a whole, and the more research I do on it, the more I fall in love with it because of what it's doing and what their team is doing. So that's a platform I highly recommend you start educating yourself on and diving deep into. I've done deep dives. Yep, dive deeps. I've done deep dives on that platform. On my YouTube channel, I've broken down every single one of their protocols that they're going to offer, every single one of their products they offer. So if that's a place, that'd be a place if you're more of a visual learner, that'd be a place to start, is the YouTube channel. And maybe that's where you're kind of coming from and that's how you found the course. But nonetheless, I love the platform and it's a good place to start. But as you see, I put under that it's a test platform for now. But you can still earn on it. But with it being a test platform, there are lots more risks involved. And so because of that reason, I'm using a very small amount of money, a couple $100, because that's something I'm okay with losing. And that's something else you should take into consideration when you're in this space. And with really any investment at all, is throw in what's not going to put you in a very rough spot if you lose it. That's something a lot of people need to take into consideration, because there have been many projects out there, many coins, many NFT projects that have gone to zero, and people are left in the dust and struggling because of it. So in this new platform, I guess I wouldn't say any investment, but me personally, unless I'm very gung-ho and I've done my due diligence on it, I'm not going to be putting in an amount of money that's going to break the bank. So let's get into Flarefinance. So let's go back here. So this is the Bifrost wallet. This is a wallet I want you to download for this. You can do it through MetaMask, but Bifrost is by far the easiest way to do it, to access this platform and to utilize the products it offers. Bifrost is by far the easiest. So download Bifrost if you're going to do this. Okay, you're going to sign up. You're going to do the seed phrase, all that stuff that we usually do for wallets. And you're going to so I like this a lot, and this is with most wallets, but you can browse the web through it. Up here I have these bookmarked. Here you'll see all your assets. You have your NFTs in this section. But yeah, so basically let's go to FlareX. And so these are the three products that they offer right now: FlareX, Flare Farm, and Flare Loans. They have 6 that they're going to offer in the future. So the last 3 are going to be Flare Wrap, Flare Mine, and Flare Mutual. And that's just kind of a benefit to you. You can see that as a positive, that they're rolling it out slowly. And the reason they're using this as a test platform is so that they can debug everything. This is kind of like their own audit that they're doing. We went through how platforms will audit their platform for bugs and use other services. This one is going through exactly how the mainnet is going to go when it's launched. by using this test platform to ensure that everything is debugged and ready to go, so that people aren't going to get screwed over. And so that's just, with that is the connotation that, or the implication that there's that ability for loss. And that's why I'm using a smaller amount of money than I would with any other DeFi platform, because of that reason. So take that into consideration. Not financial advice, you know the rules. But anyway, so let's go to FlareX. Actually, I want to show you Flare Farm. I just kind of want to give you a brief overview of this, just kind of show you how it all is. So here are all your pools on Flare Farm. You have these are double asset. They have a mixture of double asset and single asset. So here's double asset. You have XFi and Canary Dollar, XFi, SFIN, single asset. SFIN is their governance token. WSGB, SGB Canary Dollar. That's double asset, double asset, double asset. So they have a mixture of them. But firstly, I guess let's just decide which one we want to enter. Okay, so let's decide. Okay, we've decided we want to enter the XFi pool. We want to stake XFi and earn SFIN. So we're going to come back to FlareX. FlareX is their exchange platform. This is where they exchange from any of the assets they support from one asset to another. Okay, so I'm going to SGB. So actually, how you get SGB? You're going to go on Bitrue. If you want to follow this strategy, you go to Bitrue. You purchase through Bitrue. That's the platform I showed you when I went through the example of sending from exchange to exchange or exchange to wallet. That was in that video. But very easy to sign up for. Basically just same way you'd sign up for Uphold or crypto.com. It's very simple. But anyway, you'll buy on Bitrue. You will send from Bitrue to your Bifrost wallet, the same way I showed you in the videos. And then you will come to xfx.flr.finance. All links will be in the description, so just to simplify things for you, so you don't have to go searching. You'll do this through the Bifrost wallet, and because it just makes for an easy connection, no complications. By the way, this has to be done through the mobile app. And then we'll take your SGB. We've decided we want to enter the XFi pool, right? So we're going to go switch to XFi. We're going to switch this 160. We're going to take $1.60, or not even $1.60, one songbird and 68 cents, and 68, 168 of songbird, 1.5 songbird, and we're going to switch that into XFi. So, and just be aware that SGB, this token I'm showing you, this is the token that is used for all transaction fees. So you want to leave a little bit extra for any transaction fees that occur, which are going to happen when you swap SGB to XFi. So we're going to swap. And as you can see at the bottom here, the network fee is just under a cent, which is very small. But if you think about it, that cent, that just under a cent, is happening over and over and over again by many, many people on this platform. And all those fees, all those transaction fees are distributed to people that are providing the liquidity to the network. So that's how you are earning when you're staking. So we're going to confirm the transaction. Pending transaction. Transaction successful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so now we have XFi in our wallet. So we're going to come over to Flare Farms. Connect. We're going to find our pool. There it is. We're going to stake. I actually already went through this example, but my computer didn't record it, or my phone didn't record it. So we're going through this for actually the third time. It's very fun. And we're just going to stake 100% of it. We're going to stake our XFi. We're going to confirm. All right, and we are successful. So now we have staked XFi here. And so you can actually claim these rewards from any of these pools. You could claim them right now. So I could claim right now. But I'm not going to claim right now because the transaction fee would probably be more than my reward. So I'd just be losing money at that point, and we don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm staked to this pool, XFi and SFIN. And so one thing I want to show you about SFIN, it is the governance token. And if you look at the right here of each of these pools, you're earning SFIN as the reward. See that? SFIN. SFIN. All these pools, if you look at the right there, SFIN, SFIN, SFIN. All of them, you're earning SFIN as your reward, which is the governance token of this platform. So let's go through the example. So every day, so my method is I claim every 24 hours in these pools. So I will go to each of these pools every day and I'll claim. So So I'm going to come to this double asset pool I went into. I'm going to claim my rewards. I already claimed today because I was trying to show the example through the video, but it didn't record. So there's really nothing to claim here because I just did it. But I'm going to claim from the double asset pool there, this single asset pool, and then I'm going to claim my rewards from the actual SFIN governance pool as well. So I'm going to claim from each of these pools, right, every single day, and then I'm going to stake it right back into. So I'm earning all this SFIN every single day, and I'm staking it right back into the pool. Boom. And so this, you are compounding very fastly, very fast if you're compounding. So I'm earning from this pool, and then I'm staking those rewards from here. Initially, I'm staking them into the SFIN governance pool. I'm staking SFIN, and I'm earning SFIN. So every single day, I am earning and I'm staking, and I'm earning and I'm staking it right away, over and over and over again, and I'm compounding very fast. The only reason I have only 0.001 SFIN is because this is a valuable asset. So that's my method on FlareX. I'm going to be getting into double asset pools in the next video, or maybe 2 videos from now. But that's upcoming. But double asset pools, there's a lot of earning potential on this platform and the others, like Osmosis. And yeah, so that will be in the next video, next couple of videos, whatever. So that is the FlareX method. Like I said, I definitely recommend looking into this, educating yourself on it. It's a great platform, especially for a beginner. So then we're going to get into the last platform, which is Anchor. I've already kind of showed you that platform a little bit, but I want to go through it once again, and we'll kind of get into the rewards on that. So I'll bring you back over to my desktop. The last platform I wanted to show you was Anchor, the Anchor protocol. We've gone over it in the past on the loan or lending video I showed you. But one thing I wanted to point out on this is I wanted to make a comparison on how UST is, right, and that's what you're staking on this platform, compared to like a volatile asset. So like on YouTube, Uphold, we have the ability to stake Kava for that 19.5%, but that's a volatile asset. That one fluctuates a lot, as with any other crypto besides stablecoins. Stablecoins are pegged to $1, and so staking stablecoin, especially when you can stake it right here at 18%, which is close to that staking of the volatile asset Kava. If you compare the two, it's pretty obvious that UST would be a better bet. But you have to take into consideration the Anchor, this protocol here, Anchor app, is it's decentralized, whereas Uphold, it has more of a central authority, whereas you are compensated if there is any problem or any bug that causes you to lose money. Okay, but as you can see here, it's at 18%, and if you remember back to our lending video, it was actually at 19.5%. So it's actually reduced. So it's coming down a little bit. The projected, so it says the APY is 18%, but the projected APY is 16.51. So it's gone down a little bit, and it's just something to take in consideration. Part of that is probably to compensate for the amount of people that are probably entering it now. I don't remember the total liquidity that was locked in the network back when we were here. I want to say it was 8 billion, and now it's 19. I could be wrong. Maybe it was 16 billion. I think that sounds right. But that's a lot. That's a big amount. 2 billion entering, 2 to 3 billion entering. That's a lot, and that's probably why we see that a little bit of a correction of down to 18 or 16%. But basically, all you do to enter this one is you can connect your wallet, whatever that may be. You can do Wallet Connect. Through Wallet Connect, I believe you can connect. No. Let's see here. You have Terra Station and Solid XDP. So there's a few wallets here. You'll probably have to set up a new wallet for this one. If you wanted to utilize it, either through Wallet Connect, Terra Station. Terra is the wallet directly involved in Terra. But basically, just connect your wallet. You can then buy UST, which is the stable coin. You can buy it right through here, right on this platform. And then you can stake it right away and you can start earning that 18% APY. This is a method I'm going to be utilizing in the very near future, and I will of course update people in this course on that exactly. One thing I want to cover, but what you can do is after you earn this 18% APY, you can come over to the borrow tab and you can then borrow against your UST earnings that you're earning every day. I believe it's a daily payout on this one, and you claim it and you're earning daily. You can then come over here and borrow against it. Okay, so you could borrow against UST earnings and you can bring it over here and start staking it in the bonded asset tab. You could start staking your Luna and B Luna, which B Luna just stands for bonded Luna, and you could just start staking that to start compounding your earnings. But whether you do that or not, I'm probably just going to stick with UST, staking this and claiming and then restaking it into this. I'm probably just going to stick with that. The same way we went through with the exchanges. It's just much more simpler, and I prefer simplicity in some cases. So that is the final one I wanted to show you, the final method for staking. And then finally, let's get into a few of the risks involved in this. So we have a few that are recurring. We have smart contract issues. So while audits done by third parties prior to the launch of the protocol can significantly mitigate risk, there will always remain an inherent risk with all smart contracts in DeFi. Look to see if you can find DeFi insurance for the staking pool you are entering. So with this one, Anchor, you can purchase insurance right through it, protect your deposit. You can click that. You can get insurance right away. Secondly, we have rewards or APY. So when you see these in yield farming, when you're staking anywhere, it doesn't matter if it's an exchange, doesn't matter if it's a app or protocol Anchor, these are estimates and they're not guaranteed. So take that in consideration. Do not bet on, that you're going to be earning 100% APY, whatever it may be. Then we have asset risk. So this is the inherent risk that you assume when you hold a cryptocurrency of any kind. And that risk is the chance of that token going to zero or lower than you had bought into the cryptocurrency in the first place. And as I say below it, this is why I prefer stablecoin staking, because I am staking a coin that is pegged to $1. And so my investment typically won't go down because of that. But there's still a chance of the stablecoin depegging because but it is not very likely. And that's why I like the UST staking here, because I'm staking a stablecoin at 8. That's why I liked the 8% APY on crypto.com, where I was going to be earning 8% on staking USDC, because in this bull market, once I trade my crypto into USD, to realize my earnings, once the market starts going up, I'm going to trade from a cryptocurrency like XRP or something into USD, and then I'm going to start staking that so that my earnings are pegged to that dollar and I'm still able to earn on it. So that's going to be my strategy, my personal strategy, and that's why I prefer stablecoin staking. Then you have rug pulls. So there have been protocols out there that were solely developed to get as many people as possible to stake their assets there, which was of course incentivized by higher than average interest rates, and then run with the money through what is referred to as a backdoor in the code, where the developer can execute this heist and take off with the money. So DeFi insurance can also protect you against things like this. But yeah, that has happened in the past with Iron Finance. I think I've mentioned that in the past, but there's been a lot that was stolen. I believe it was around $600 million that was taken through that. Mark Cuban was actually involved in that one. But yeah, so there's of course risks involved with this. And kind of going back to Flare, there is a much higher risk because that is a test one. That Flare X, that X5 platform I showed you on the mobile device, that is more risky because it is a test platform and they're purposely using that to debug everything. So there's a much higher chance in that case of losing your money. So just in that case, I personally am using a smaller amount of money than usual because I'm okay with losing it. But the purpose of me using that platform, of using XFi, is to hone in my strategy and develop my strategy. So when mainnet launches of that, the mainnet is going to look exactly like the test, but on the mainnet, things will be much more secure because all the bugs will have been gone through and audited. Most of them. There can still be things pop up. There's always that risk involved. But that's it for this one. Next, we're going to be getting into double asset staking. And yeah, so that one, we're going to have a lot to go over. Osmosis will be covered in that, as well as FlareX. We're going to get back into that platform. I'm very excited for that. Lots to uncover. So I'll see you over there.